Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. I am very happy today to introduce a new product from a definite favorite of mine, Mob Beauty. This is the Mob Beauty Hyaluronic Highlight Balm. There are 4 shades, and I couldn't resist. I picked up 3. I know. Once you get 3, you might as well get all 4. I felt like I was showing some sort of restraint, I don't know. So we're going to talk about the formula and how it works, and I am wearing many different shades of it right now, and we will talk about that as well. If you have been with my channel for a while, you know that I first encountered Mob Beauty through Beautylish, when Beautylish did a little kind of had them as like a featured artist, so to speak, and I was enthralled with the makeup. With the makeup first, the performance, how it looked on the skin, and then I was able to look deeper into what they're actually doing. They are like geniuses over there at Mob Beauty. They are very in touch and tight with their community. They are good people. They're thoughtful people. I know I'm fawning and going on, but if you knew what Mob Beauty was doing, you would be too, honestly. And I also just kind of get a kick out of them. I love the fact that they give their products names like M98, and I love that they wear white lab coats, and I just think they're super fun, and they're constantly innovating. At the makeup show in my hometown of California, they were showing me that they have this material that completely dissolves into dust when it's composted. I'm like, what? Who thinks of these things? And it works. But it wouldn't be anything if the makeup itself weren't gorgeous. And that's what first drew me in, which I find really interesting. Okay, so we talked about the Mob Beauty connection with their community. They had their community come out and help them develop these new shades, and I want to show you what this is. So this is like a highlighter minus the glitter, kind of a natural glowy radiance. No glitter, it's clean, it's vegan, it's not sticky, it's not greasy. It goes on bare skin just for that dewy look, or it can go over foundation. It does not pull up the product underneath, and a lot of products like this will. This does not. I promise you, I look for that because that drives me crazy. So as I told you, there are 4 shades. I bought the shades with the compact. If you buy the shade and the compact, all 4 of them, then you'll pay $28 each. But if you just want the refill, that's $23 for the refill. There's not really a spot to put the refill. You'd have to find housing for it yourself, and it needs that. It would be exposed. It doesn't really come. It comes with a like a biodegradable packet, but when it's out, it is exposed. So you do need a case, this case preferably, or another. But anyway, 23 versus 28. And as you know, I got 3 different shades. I'm going to show them to you in the compact and then on my arm in 2 different lightings. We're going to start with M97. This is the darkest shade that I got and one of my favorites. This is a glassy rose gold shade. This works well on pretty much any skin tone. I'm going to wear it on my eyes, on my nose, but I would bathe in this if I could. Does that sound funny? And then we have the shade M98, which is kind of a naked champagne shade, is how the folks at Mob Beauty describe it. Beautiful. And M99, this is the lightest shade that I picked up, which is kind of a glassy iridescent. Very pretty, and the lightest one, and you'll see me try all 3 of these on. Let's take a look at them on my arm. Going from lightest to darkest there on my arm, you will not see much of a difference. It's very, very small. The whole idea is this is a glassy, natural glow. It's not meant to be a high pigment product. The pigment just gives it that little boost and just makes it that little bit prettier, almost like an attention to detail. Definitely so. And let's take a look at these outside on my arm. Same order in the warm California sunshine. What do you think? What do you think? Very, very, very pretty. And again, a very minute shade difference. I'm wearing different ones all over my face here, and you might even not be able to tell, but that's okay. That's not a put down of the product. That's just because it's very a subtle, dewy, natural glassy radiance that this product promises and definitely comes through with. It's a different type of highlighter than we've been used to with so many of our powders, and indeed so many of our almost opaque foily creams. This is much more of a creamy, transparent, non-glitter, natural light. And it's actually what I prefer in a highlight, but I am bonkers about everything Mob Beauty does. So I want you to take a look at me applying all of these shades actually right now. Okay, I have 3 of the 4 shades, as you know, and I would love to do 3 different try-ons, but the minute difference between each is really more, it's not that minute, but the small difference, I should say, between each shade, among the shades, is best seen in person and might not play off on camera, but hopefully when they are next to each other on my face, you'll see that more readily. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I am going to start here with the M97, which is the darkest kind of rose gold shade that I got. I love a good eye gloss. Now, I'm not saying that Mob Beauty says this is also doubles as an eye gloss. They're not, but I kind of want to try it. I have so far on my eyes a beautiful kind of army green Mob Beauty shade. I love their shadows. So I'm going to take this brush. It's a Sonia G Fusion brush because it works really well with this, and just kind of see what happens if I just kind of put a little bit of gloss onto the lid and up and over. I just kind of am curious because I've got 2 cheeks, so we're going to use the other 2 shades there. Let's see what you guys think. Let me put a little more on this side. I actually think it's really pretty, and it's just kind of elevating that look a little bit. This would be beautiful even on, I have much more on this eye than this one, by the way. This would be this would actually be very pretty even just as a highlighter on my skin. Let's take even this shade and kind of go down the nose a little bit with it. But as you see, this is going to work for so many different skin tones, much darker than mine. And of course, there's an even deeper shade. So I like that a lot. And as you see, my nosy is shining without it feeling interesting. There's no kind of greasy feeling and no sticky feeling. That's why I thought maybe this would really be pretty on the eyes. And it's not feeling heavy on the eyes, but it's given my lids a little bit more of a luster than they had when we started. It was pretty before, but you know, pretty after. Okay, and now we have shade 98 is our glassy Naked Champagne. So let's try that on one side of my face. My mirror just wants to keep turning. This is a great product to use with fingers. If you're averse to that feeling of that kind of glassy gloss on your fingers, then of course you could use a brush, a sponge, whatever you want. I love, okay, lately you guys, my favorite is this kind of a highlight. No glitter, no stickiness, no disco ball, just a really pretty kind of natural, almost like a natural flush. I don't want to say that you were sweating, as that sounds gross, but you know, like a really kind of a healthy glow, as you can see there. Let me put, and I like that I can apply it with the finger. If you don't like that feeling of touching the product, I certainly understand. You could use a brush. But I think that's really pretty. And you can see now, if you look compared to my nose, where I have the darker rose gold shade there, you can see the difference. This one is much brighter and maybe better suited to my skin tone. And then we have 99, which is our lightest glossy iridescent shade that I'll put on this side. Let me wipe off my hands there. And actually, I think what I'll do is I'll take a clean Sonia G Fusion brush and just show you this applied with a brush. But again, you can use a sponge, fingers. There are no rules. And this is the lightest shade on me, so you're almost going to see it the most. Funnily enough, I actually kind of like the darker shade on me. I've always liked a slightly darker highlighter. I like this product, I can tell you right now, applied with the fingers. I just love just kind of tapping it on there. Let me tell you what these shades remind me of. They remind me a lot of the Victoria Beckham Beauty. Victoria Beckham Beauty has a highlighter in a kind of like a roll-up lipstick looking tube, and this very much reminds me of that, if you like that. And this also reminds me a little bit of the Merit highlighter stick. It's very pretty, and the nice thing about it, what do my hands feel like now? Do they feel disgusting and sticky? Not at all. Easy, quick, kind of wipe off or just kind of like that, and it's gone, honestly. No stickiness. Now, how does the face feel? If I put my hair back, of course, so you could see the product better. And as you see now on my nose and on my eyelids, I have the deepest shade that I bought, which is, I'm looking down here, shade 97, or kind of rose gold. And then I have the 98, the Naked Champagne here, which is showing up the most on me, I think. And then 99, the lightest, kind of a glassy iridescent shade. I like the fact that, to me, this is really a natural looking highlight and glow. And now that I kind of rubbed it off my hands, what does my face feel like? Not heavy, not sticky. I feel a little bit of a moisturized feeling onto the face in a good way. You know, like my face has some moisture to it. Maybe I put on a sunscreen or a moisturizer in the morning. It does not feel sticky, does not feel like my hair will stick to it. No, nothing like that. It doesn't feel heavy. I have it on my lids, and my problem with glosses or anything like that on the lids is generally they feel heavy. You know, your lids feel weighed down. No, very lightweight and pretty and very nice. I am filming this probably days before I'll be able to put it up onto YouTube. So right here, I'm going to tell you how long this lasted. It's kind of the afternoon, early afternoon now, and I won't be taking it off for hours. So I will report right here how long the product lasted. I'm just looking in the viewfinder here, and I'm just trying to show you what a natural looking highlight this is. Look, there's no secret that I love Mob Beauty, and I respect them as well. And I think this is another hit product. As long as you are looking for that really pretty glass skin effect that you usually can only get from serums, and a really lightweight, comfortable, and pretty. I don't think there are huge differences in the shades. I do think that the lighter shades, you know, light medium skin tones, and for medium and up, I think the two slightly deeper shades would be slightly better, but there are no rules. And I think I'm really glad I bought all of these, but probably one would have been perfect. Just really pretty, and I think another winner from that team over there at Mob, who they're like mad geniuses over there. So I'm really a fan, there's no doubt. And to me, this is just another winner from them. Many have asked me about sustainable products, sustainable packaging, totally clean beauty, which Mob Beauty is. Does it last? Time will tell. You know, we have a lot of doomsayers, and I understand that. I want you to know that the products I have many products that I have had since Mob Beauty started up and since they were released. They are perfect. There is no smell to them. There is no change in texture. There are no issues. On my end of it, I have never had any problems. So I just wanted to report that to you, because I do know a lot of people who hold off buying clean beauty because they have those concerns, and I understand that. But Mob Beauty kind of seem to think of everything. They really do. But certainly we are a community. So your feelings, your thoughts, even if they counter mine, are always welcome below. Really, that's what makes us a community. You're always safe here to air your thoughts, definitely with me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can continue to grow, and come say a big hello on TikTok and Instagram too. And don't forget that you can support the crazy going-ons here at this channel by either becoming a member for behind the scenes footage, or by giving super thanks, which so many of you have done. But if nothing else, I am so appreciative that you are here, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.